Have you ever had a project that you always wanted to do but didn't know where to start? Well, this week I've got a week off work and we're going to have a look at how I'm going to attempt to build the Ghostbusters Firehouse. Hello and welcome back. Now, first of all, full disclosure, I have never built a model of this scale before. In fact, I don't think I've done a diorama ever. So this is going to be a journey that I'm going to take you on where I'm going to be making quite a few mistakes, but also discovering what sort of materials I need to use and how those materials work together. So let's go have a look and see where I've got up to. So first of all, I had to find the schematics, and luckily I managed to do a quick Google search, and although there were schematics mainly for the toys that were released in the 80s and 90s, I was actually able to find a fan-made schematic based on the actual movie, which is quite useful. Next up, I edited it in Paint.net and rescaled it so that when I print it, it would actually print to the size that I'm actually planning on doing this. So looking at materials, I knew I was going to be making the model in balsa wood. However, in order to get the textures on the outside, I wanted to do a little bit of experimenting. First of all, I mixed some sand in with some plaster of Paris in order to create a kind of concrete texture. I'll be honest, this didn't work out very well at all, so definitely going to be throwing that one on the scrap heap. As you can see, it spreads really thick quite quickly as well. I mean, within minutes it was like porridge essentially. Next up, I worked on using some Das air drying clay. Now, this was quite good. However, it stuck to my hands better than it stuck to the balsa wood. And my first attempt actually worked out really well, but it did actually pull away from the balsa wood straight away. So I tried sticking it down again and it seemed to have made things a lot worse. As you can see, it's quite a good effect. Finally, I decided to do plaster of Paris neat, so not adding anything at all. Again, plaster of Paris does dry or cure very quickly, so you have to work fast. Hello and thank you for coming back. So, three materials that I tested out, and we have the plaster of Paris with sand, which was just awful. I thought about maybe sanding it off, but I think it's going to be too much work. Then we have the plaster of Paris neat, which works really well. The only problem is just basically being able to smooth it out, and also because I'm going to be putting on a much larger surface area, I think I'm going to have to thin it down a lot more. Finally, we have the Das air drying clay, which worked brilliantly. However, I ended up messing around a bit too much and fiddling with it, and it didn't actually stick to the wood very well. So I could possibly use some PVA glue for that. So what the plan is now, for all the lower part where a lot of the model is white, I'm going to stick with using plaster of Paris. And then for the textured area, so where we've got brickwork and like, I'm going to use the Das air drying clay. And hopefully, because the Das air drying clay takes a while to cure, it should give me enough time to be able to draw in some brickwork, and then later on I can paint it. So thank you very much for this video. It's been a very short one. The next one up will be me putting together the actual structure and what sort of learnings I'll be getting from that. So thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll speak to you next time. Stay safe and take care.